People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Now, people, it seems like bad mind and evil is active all over Jamaica, even in the prison system, even in the correctional facility. Because we see that the case of a man and his name is George Williams. I am speaking about a person whose name became very popular after the incident that include a person whose name is Noel Chambers that was in prison for in excess of 40 years and did not see a day in court, and he got slapped away in the institution. Now, after the incident that included Noel Chambers, every other person that was in prison for an excess amount of time and were deemed to be unfit to plea, they were basically highlighted, and we saw that Jamaica for Justice and all sorts of human rights organizations came out and were supporting them. However, this man, he got a day in court maybe about last week. Now, people, remember, this man has been locked up or incarcerated for in excess of 50 years for slapping away somebody. So, people, I am not going to say that he is a saint or an altar boy. However, the justice system has done him wrong because he was basically lost in the system. So anyways, he got a lawyer, and the lawyer's name is Isaac Buchanan. And the lawyer took him to court last week, and people, remember, this is the first time that he is seeing court, seeing any sort of justice for about a half a century. So therefore he went to court and he came back and he felt kind of optimistic. However, last weekend, and I am speaking about Saturday specifically, he was rushed and beat up by a younger inmate in the same St. Catherine Correctional Facility. Now, people, when we listen to stuff like this, and based on what he is saying, because the lawyer went and checked him yesterday, and he said that he feel like the reason is because somebody feel like, or the person that rushed him felt like he was going to beat the case and go a street and be a free man. So based on what he said, he was rushed by a younger youth and then basically kick him or punch him in the rib and also give him a black eye. So he is saying that he find it very strange that he was in this place for in excess of 50 years and he never had any sort of altercation, no verbal altercation, no physical altercation. However, as soon as him go to court, may I talk about in a less than a week, we are speaking about 3 days before he is supposed to go back to court on Wednesday. Well, 3 or 4 days, so it happened on Saturday, so 3, 4, 5 days, something like that. Before he was supposed to go back to court on Wednesday, he was rushed. So him is saying that, or he is saying that it seems as if it is some sort of bad mind move. So basically, the lawyer is saying that this is a next reason, this is justification why persons in the situation like his client should be let out or should be given an early court date. It is urgent because people will actually hurt them. Now, people, when we listen to stuff like this, it only shows you how Jamaica has plummeted as it pertains to moral fiber, as it pertains to ethics, because people, the man, they in the institution for over 50 years, and he was suffering, and he was getting the same sort of treatment like everybody else. However, as soon as it seems as if he is going to get a chance to get released, it seems like somebody get in at them feelings. Now, people, incidents like these only show you it is a perfect example of the new millennial that are in Jamaica. May I talk about these so-called wanksters or gangsters or whatever them call themselves. Because people, remember, the man is 50-year-old and he has never got into one sort of altercation. And then 1 week after him go to court, him getting an altercation with somebody because of bad mind and because of evil. So people, when you do the math, you see that it is bad mind, point blank and period. The possibility or probabilities are that it is bad mind without a shadow of a doubt. So the lawyer, I am speaking about a person whose name is Mr. Isaac Buchanan. He said he went and visited his client on Monday, and he was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital, and then he was taken back to the prison, and then he is now in the infirmary. So people, when we talk about infirmary, we are speaking about isolation, we are talking about PC or protective custody, because the man is saying that he is scared for his life. He is scared that he is not going to make it out, so therefore he is taking precaution. He might make sure so him take away himself from general population. May I talk about some little evil youth that are out there there. So now people, when we think about stuff like this, remember one other person we are speaking about, Noel Chambers, he lost his life because of negligence. He was basically malnourished in the prison. He was basically lost in the system, and people, he did not make it out. So therefore this man is fully aware of the situation, because even the last time that he went to court, he said he wrote a letter and he made it very clear, he made it abundantly clear that he does not want to die in the prison, just like Noel Chambers. And people, remember, Noel Chambers basically died from suffocation. Him have all sort of crab louse and all sort of chink on him body. He was in a very deplorable state when he passed away. So people who wants to go out like this, and it only shows you, like me say, we are talk about bad mind and evil, it is real. It exists in Jamaica in a very bad way, point blank and period. So people, the moral of the story is this lawyer Isaac Buchanan, he is appealing to the media, he is appealing to the justice system, he is appealing to people living in a Jamaica that it is wrong for persons in the situation such as Noel Chambers and George Williams to be in the system, because each day that they spend in the system as some elderly people, it is only detrimental to their health and also their safety. Point blank and period. So anyways people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. Now before I move to the next part of my video, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source, one word. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. And also please subscribe to this channel. We're speaking about true Jamaica buzz. And when you subscribe, please press the notification bell or icon, and also press all in the option. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that Vybz Kartel and his co-accused, they are making the latest move, or the final stage of their appeal. We are speaking about Vybz Kartel, Adisha Palmer, we are speaking about Sean Campbell, we are speaking about Kahira Jones, and also Andre St. John. They are asking the court for leave to appeal to the Privy Council we are speaking about in UK. Now, based on the information that is out there, it is said that this matter is supposed to be seen at 9:15 on the 29th of June 2020. And all four men, if we remember, they lost their appeal before a panel of 3 judges that ruled unanimously that the convictions are supposed to be affirmed. So people, we are speaking about the last paradas, we are speaking about the last chance of any sort of freedom for the artist Vybz Kartel and also his 3 co-accused. And based on the information, it is said that Vybz Kartel is now represented by a lawyer, and his name is Isaac Buchanan. And I think that he is a part of the Bird Samuels team. I am not sure. So people, we see that there is no more Mr. Finson. There is no more Miss Valerie Nita Robertson. So therefore, we are speaking about 3 different lawyers in 3 different cases. I am speaking about the initial case. I am speaking about the appeal. And now I am speaking about the case as it pertains to the UK Privy Council. And based on the information, it is said that Sean Storm is still represented by Bird Samuels, and John Clark, he is representing Kahira Jones and Andre St. John. So people, we are talking about 4 clients and we are speaking about 3 lawyers. And based on the information from Bird Samuels, he said that this matter is supposed to start at 9:15 in the morning. So basically what his clients are, basically what the clients or the co-accused are doing, they are asking, they are seeking permission from the Court of Appeal for basically turn over the document or turn over the matter to the UK Privy Council. And people, this meeting is going to be held virtually. That means that they are not going to court, they are going to do it over some sort of computer. So people, like we say, that is the latest as it pertains to Vybz Kartel. So people, let me know what you think in the comment section. So people, the moral of the story is this. This is do or die for Vybz Kartel and his co-accused. This is the last chance, and if them fail right here, so he is going to have to spend 35 years before he is actually eligible for parole, and I think 25 or 30 or 25 for the other co-accused. So people, we are talking about a lot of problems. So we are speaking about polar life changes depending on the decision by the Privy Council and also the Court of Appeals. So people, let me know in the comment section, do you think that the Court of Appeal should allow Vybz Kartel and his co-accused, or do you think that they actually have a choice in whether they are going to allow him to go to the Privy Council, or do you think that it is only legally right for him to exhaust all his choices as it pertains to his legal, we are speaking about rights? Let me know what you think in the comment section. So anyways people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that, and like me say, it is just my views and opinion, it is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.